Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to another tiny session of the Age of Adventure RPG. I am GM Age, and I am here tonight once again with the Starsky to my Hutch, TAZZ. How are you, TAZZ?
A slightly nervous person at the moment with my team in the preliminary final for the Aussie Rules competition.
All the Aussie Rules fans that watch
yes,
the stream.
that's how we cross-promote, you see. Have Australian Rules fans and RPG players.
Unite.
It's an untapped market.
Yep, could be your grand final next weekend, I reckon. Could be out.
We'll
see. Could be out. I'm predicting it.
You can. Wait, you reckon we'll be out?
I reckon you're out. I reckon you've done your dash.
All right. Coming from a supporter of a team who hasn't won a final in 20 years, well,
I break for Hawthorn. We still got a chance.
Yep. Okay. Sure.
Right. Jack Merritt, number one. All right.
Number one. And 2 and 3 and 4 supposedly. So
we are currently playing the. I always stuff this up every time. What are we playing? The Beneath the Hollow Tree, where our adventurers have been hired by the Warden of the Dark Wood to eliminate the spread of a mysterious, mind-altering substance that has already permeated one community in the Dark Wood, the Gremlins essentially wiping them out, as well as the heroes that dealt with them. But now they have found the production Beneath the Hollow Tree. We currently have 2 heroes with us that TAZZ is playing, so do you want to introduce who we've got, and then I'll set up the scene?
Sure. All right, so our main character is one Tommy Banana, an entrepreneur and human wizard, whose goal is to develop a chain of clothing stores throughout the lands. And his partner in crime is one Francesco, aka Frank Barbreaker, a dwarven warrior, who's also an investor in the Tommy Banana chain of clothing stores. His goal is to obtain significant profit from said clothing stores. So
I love when you do those introductions and I click on the pictures because they're quality. They fill up the whole half of the screen. So no mucking around here. We're no skimping on production values with those pictures, to be sure. And they are currently locked in battle with these creatures. I'll tell you they are known as clone warriors because they are a clone species. They all look the same with milky white skin, but 3 of them happen to be dressed in makeshift armor with crude but deadly spears, while the remaining mass of farmers that tend to the red crops of mushrooms, they're naked. So, and they...
Way to judge?
Yes, who are we to judge? I like how all the pictures, this picture is tastefully all above the waist, and even the one below the waist, the hand is just covering, because we're a PG broadcast, so there you go. And they are watching on the battle, but they're not getting involved. Even when one of the clone warriors was felled by the magic of Tommy, who punched a hole through him and essentially spilled out his entire body onto the surface of the mushroom harvest. Popped him like a balloon. The other 2 are still up and fighting, but it is currently Frank's turn, I believe. So
that's right. Yep.
With that introduction, and it is also just so you remember, you are inside a large cavern. The main features being an exit from whence you came down, a narrow tunnel, which is in the hollow of the tree. There's also a stairwell that goes up to an open top where there's currently rain sort of spilling down as like a mist. And there's also 3 alcoves along the stairs. The bottom alcove is where the guards came from, and they threw you gave them a donate, or you gave them some offering. I can't remember what you gave them, but
yes, a rope and 2 provisions.
Right, you gave them those, and then you were promptly greeted by their assault.
Well, yeah, we're expecting them to guide us somewhere up some stairs. They wouldn't let us get past, so we said, "I got this," and off we go.
The gloves came off. Time for some fisticuffs. And there's also a second.
Say it's going to be a takeover.
A hostile takeover. Well, you could have your own production company right here if you can find a market for these mushrooms.
Well,
You never know. Business opportunity is a business opportunity.
that's true.
The second alcove had a wispy smoke coming from it, and I think you did detect that the smoke
Oh,
resembled a
blacksmith
forge.
smoke,
Yeah,
yes.
blacksmith smoke.
Yep, that's
And the
right.
top alcove is quiet. It's just dark. And there's a near
Right.
drop from the top alcove, the top of the stairs, to the ceiling where there's a hole in the roof. Questions?
No questions. This other need to know one thing, mate. Where they are.
And they are right in front of you. So let us go to Frank with these two spear-wielding clone warriors approaching without expression, but they,
So
looks like they're...
there's a reason he was known as Frank the Tank in his younger days, and this is it. He's going to attack with his one-handed axe.
Okay, he's skilled in one-handed weapons.
He is.
So you've got the
A
option
2D.
of attacking one with a 2D roll or trying to split your attack with a minus 1D penalty and hit both of them.
We're just going to go one with a 2D.
All right, you focus your
It's been
attack.
a while since he's raised his weapon.
You've got
for
some
combat,
hero
so
points
let's have a
locked
go.
in. You got 2 hero points. Oh, the
We've got
dice,
2 hits, though.
the dice roll is working. I saw it straight away. That's beautiful. All right, 2 hits. Do you want to use a hero point for an extra point damage? Otherwise, you smash this clone
No,
for
just use 1 hero point. Just use
1 point of damage.
yeah, just do 1 point of damage.
Yep, no worries at all. You smash this clone, and is it a warhammer? No, it's an axe.
An
It
axe.
cleaves, sprays milky white ichor over the red mushrooms and over some of the other clones that sort of just, they sort of lick it up. But he doesn't fall. He almost seems, or I'll say he, but the creature almost seems unfazed apart from being jolted by the impact. No sound is emitted from the creature at all. And they stand
Okay.
firm. One bleeding ichor, the other one still fresh as a daisy, a white daisy in this respect. As we go to the encounter, now the way these encounters work, one of them will definitely attack Tommy. We'll say that's the injured one because he's now focused
Yes.
on that attack. The second
Tommy
one...
or Frank?
sorry, Frank. We'll definitely attack Frank.
Yep.
The second one has a 1 in 4 chance of attacking of the closest, or 5 or 6 will attack Tommy. So you can roll a d6. On a 5 or 6, he leaves that scuffle and goes to attack Tommy.
Stays on
he
Frank.
stays with Frank. All right, well, Frank, your first attack comes to you. You can dodge or block this spear.
Well, he's carrying a shield, so he will
Oh.
block.
Now, hang on. Have you got any light sources? Not that you need it. It's sort of the light's coming through, and there is a bit of. But I remember was someone carrying a light source?
Someone was carrying a light source, but did we drop it?
Oh, you would have had to, because I think it was Tommy. Yes, my note says Tommy lit a torch, so you must have had a torch with struck one.
Do I need 2 hands to cast a spell? Probably do.
You do. You need your sword,
I would have dropped it.
cane, and 1 hand. But doesn't even say you've got a torch. Oh, sorry. Frank had the torches, but he must have given one to Tommy to carry. Because
Yes.
I made a note that
That's
Tommy.
right.
Okay, so as it falls, I mean, there is, as I said, there's enough light, and you can definitely see in this environment. But we'll just see the torch is lit. There's a 1 in 3 chance it remains lit as it lands on the wet ground.
It does.
Okay, so it's burning and lighting up this near area. Small wisps of smoke from the mushrooms burning, and the
Sure.
the wet grass, but it is still burning. All right, so Tommy's going to use a shield, so that gives him a bonus to block. You don't know how difficult
2D.
these encounters are, but roll 2D, yeah, and subtract 1 damage. Ooh,
Oh, 2 misses.
that's really bad. Do you want to use a hero point or just cop the brunt of the spear from the bloody,
How much?
milky bloodied?
I've only got 4.
That's a pretty bad roll, actually, when you think about it in the scheme of things. You've only got 2 hero points, it says.
Yeah, I know. No, we will use a hero point. The
Okay.
reroll.
Not
I'll
taking
do the
any
reroll
chances.
first.
Yeah. 1 success.
1 success.
You're happy to take that?
I am. I'll
One
just remove a
success
hero
is
point.
enough. The only thing is, these spear wielders do 1 or 2 points of damage. So, and your shield deflects 1 point. So you can roll a d6. On a 1 to 3, it does 1 point, which will be 0 for you. No. It deflects some of the spear, and then he sort of whips around with the butt of it and crashes into Frankie's jaw, and you hear like a crack as he, like a tooth sort of just falls loose in his mouth. That's 1 point damage.
Just confirming, his stamina's 4. That his max is 4.
Correct.
Which I'm sure it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. Put here.
He's got armor, hasn't he? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So
Max 4.
Max
Yeah.
is 1 on his proficiency. So crash as the side of the spear hits him in the face. Meanwhile, the second one takes his attack on Frankie as well. So he can block with the shield.
Yield.
Or he can dodge
Yeah,
if you want to.
indeed.
No, he's going to block. Yep.
They're going to go 1 success again. No, we'll leave it at that.
Okay, then that means there could be some damage coming through. Roll a d6. 1 to 3 you're looking at to reduce all damage. Okay. This clangs against the shield as we go to...
Back to Tommy.
Oh yeah, hang on. I'm just going to update. So I don't get confused. Frankie's 21A, just so I know he does go beforehand. Now, before we get to Tommy, there's a few developments. First of all, you notice one of the worker clones that is nearby start standing up. I mean, sort of get up from their position and slowly walk over to the fallen clone. So it's not their turn, so this is just happening. But you can clearly see that this worker clone is walking up to what is essentially a puddle, an armor with a hole in the armor, is walking up to that. The second thing you notice is that there is a burst of flame that comes from the top alcove. So flame, and then a big plume of smoke goes up into the sky, back into the hole that exits. And as an automatic, both you and both Tommy and Frank can make a reaction roll just to get the bearings of what the hell's going on. You don't get any hero points.
That's mine.
It is mine, so
That's
do
mine.
Tommy first.
Tommy's first. No.
That's fine. That's
yes, yeah, that's successful. Sorry,
and now do
Yes.
Frankie, who has 2 dice.
2. Oh, well, he's succeeded on 1, has he? Or does he need another one?
You can get 2 successes. Roll another one, yeah. He does.
Yes. Is that a hero point?
No hero points. This is just a reaction before the start of the round. So what you notice, what Tommy notices is just as I described. Nothing else per se. But what the extra thing that Frankie gets, he sees this flap of black wings at the top of the tunnel.
Okay.
And who is it? But none other, peering down, your old mate Scoot. And
that's big. Sorry, I expected when you said black wings, I'm thinking like ginormous black wings.
No, that's sort of shadows. Okay. You think, whoa, but then you realise, they all look the same to you, but there's something about the glimmer in this the eye that makes you think this is probably Scoot. He got 2 successes, so yeah, there's some.
Probably the gold coins in his mouth might give it away.
Yeah, there you go. You see under the feather, there's a bit of a shine of a coin that he's just got in a little pocket. He's got a little breast pocket in his black suit.
Plumage.
In black plumage. All right, so with that being said, you need to roll, before we start this turn order, we're currently got Tommy 24 and 21, the burst of flame that comes to that tunnel, something emerges, roll turn order for where it ends up in the sequence of things.
Oh, okay. Oh, 24, same as
you
Tommy.
can roll D6 even. Tommy goes first.
Here it is.
All right, so let's edit these channels. So
Tommy's 24A.
Now you can, if you wish, because another enemy's entered the fray, you can use a hero point for Frank to re-roll, but then again, he could lose his position third.
Just leave it like this. Yeah.
Yep. All right, so 24B. And what steps out, revealing itself, is this creature. I will paste in, looking for it. Where is it? There it is. It's a large creature in Encounter 2. So Encounter 2, where there's a map 24B encounter
I see
2.
the mat.
Yep, I'm pasting it now. It's
Okay.
as large as the cavern, large as the
Jesus.
alcove, and it is wreathed with flames.
Covered in fire.
Covered in fire. You see
Right.
a tall, powerful-looking red-skinned fiend. As it emerges from the smoke that it was a burst from the burst of its flames, its wings unfurl to like a large extent, almost causing a shadow over the mist that's falling upon you. It has horns and cloven hooves, and its tongue just flickers through spiked teeth. Frank also notices that it doesn't have any... Well, actually, Frank and Tommy notice it doesn't seem to be armed. It's got massive claws and, you know, it looks menacing. But only at this point, Frank notices that it does have some sort of headgear between its horns. We'll call it a crown, so just for the fact that that's what it looks like. But you're not sure what it is. But there's definitely something on its head. But
Can
remember,
Tommy use his Arcana ability to see if he can determine what it might be?
well, Tommy doesn't see it, but Frank can call out. Oh, who saw it? I can't remember who did the two.
No, Frank saw it.
Yeah,
Frank
does
saw
Frank
it. He had
wanna-
the two.
Frank, you can talk for free if you want to say something.
Yeah. Behold what comes forth the tunnel.
Do you want to mention about the headgear so Tommy can get...
Yeah, look, yeah. A devil. Watch its headgear.
All right, so Tommy sees the creature and then narrows his focus and then sees, oh yeah, there's headgear on top. So that was a reaction roll. We haven't gone into turn order. Now, you have two options when it comes to determining things. You can spend your round just using have you got Arcana?
I have.
Yeah, you can spend your round using Arcana. You can still move, but you can't perform any other actions. And that Arcana is just studying and trying to get a good look. We'll say that there is enough light from the flames that lights it up. Or you can have a free reaction roll. You don't get any hero points, but you might be able to surmise something with Arcana. So essentially, if you burn your round and use your Arcana, you can get hero points because you're spending your action. But if you want, you can just do a reaction of Arcana just so you might know some brief things about it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You want to use a hero point to... Oh, no, you got 2 dice anyway, haven't you?
For Arcana,
Yeah,
yes.
you have. Well, see if you can get 2 successes. You might know a bit about these creatures. Whee!
Yes.
Okay. This is good. You need every little bit of stuff you can get. Okay. You have, in your study of Arcana, you've never seen this sort of creature, but you've read and through your study of your books or whatever, you've read about these type of creatures from the netherworld called fire demons. You believe this one to perhaps be a lesser fire demon. It's a large size, but that tends to be not... They are bigger than that. And the first thing is they normally don't... no, lesser fire demons, they're normally sentient. Okay, so they'll have like a demonic
there must be
prince
some sort of master.
they'll have a master that sends them there for a task. Okay, so that's what you know. And in terms of what's the second piece? Or give me some things you want to know about it, maybe.
And to defeat it, basically, you're like, okay, no, sorry, what is the crown on its head? What does that represent?
Okay, so
Would that potentially represent a way to...
Yes, all lesser fire
Rivet?
demons, they get their power from some item that not only does it give them their abilities, but it also tethers them to the mortal plane. They can't exist without this item. If the item is destroyed, they will cease to exist. If the item is removed from their possession, they'll lose their demonic powers. They'll still have their size, but they'll lose any other magical or netherworld. So the crown is the key to, unless you want to kill it. They can be killed. They can be harmed by normal weapons, so you don't need magic per se. So they're vulnerable, but being this size, they're like double what any of you would be at your strongest.
Of course.
So their weakness is the crown.
Okay. Okay, well, we can forget the clones. We're going to...
You got 2 of them with spears.
Yeah, that's all right. Now, how far away is the fire demon?
Yes.
Have you said?
Yep.
Distance?
The fire demon from you is where you are. I've assumed that you're in the center of the cavern, and at the center of the cavern, it's a far distance to where the fire demon is on the top thing. You've moved backwards.
Yes.
So you're a near distance. So for you to be in range, you need to move a near distance forward. And to move a near distance forward, you've only got 2 places you can go. Back into combat with Frank and the spear wielders, or into the mushroom farm with the farmers. Because they're all surrounding you, looking around. But they're not being aggressive, but they are looking. But you'll pretty much be right amongst them.
Thinking about almost delaying my move. What I could do that. So
you can delay. If you delay, that means you can choose an encounter that you automatically act ahead of, but then your turn order becomes the same as theirs, and then you have to do a roll off to see if you act first or second the next round.
Oh. Okay. Stuff it. We're going to go towards the farm.
Okay.
I want
to move into the farm, and you're virtually in melee touching distance of these creatures. They don't move for you, but they're not like wall to wall. You just move amongst them. They just look at you. They're about half your size, so these things aren't very big. Well, for you, they're half your size. They're probably the same height as Frankie. They look at you just quizzically. Sorry, they don't even look at you quizzically. They just stare at you with their vacant eyes.
Just stare at me, vacant eyes. Yep.
Yep.
I'm going to cast a missile.
You're not mucking around.
You went to.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and I assume there's going to be a roll for this, but I'm going to aim at the crown.
Yeah, so
knock it off
to hit a full target is your full dice roll. To hit a specific item is -1D.
-1. So I'm going to use a hero point to add an extra dice.
Smart. You're figuring this is not going to be easy to do as it emerges and looks upon you. This could be a masterstroke to Tommy Banana. Let's go, baby.
Just give me a second to make the adjustments.
Oh, your proficiencies too. This is going to be awesome.
Okay, so it's going to hero point, which goes into 3.
Were you thinking of delaying to see what the demon did?
To see if we could get closer. That's why I wouldn't move. But, yeah. But anyway, let's stick with that plan. Mm-hmm. So 2D and the crown. Here we go.
Nice.
Bing bong.
All right, now you've got like a sparkly missile that shoots up from the ground, like leaves a trail like a comet. Woo! As they all actually they don't make sound, but they all sort of follow the trail as it fires up.
Sound?
Hey?
Can I make a sound? Like a firework.
Oh, okay, yeah. You can make a sound. They don't make a sound. The clone
doesn't it?
Yep.
No, I'm talking about the missile. Does the missile make a sound?
It's up to you. You can have it.
Yes, please. Yes.
Yeah. So you you quickly turn up the volume of before you fire it. Fires off like a firework rocket.
Right.
As it fizzes, like spins towards the crown, it strikes the crown. And the creature, as it comes towards, like sort of tries to move out of its way, but with 2 successes, it manages to hit the crown. Now it does 1 damage. You can use a hero point to do 2 damage if you wish.
Yes, I will.
All right, take off a hero point. And you got a big roll coming up here. If you succeed this, I'm just going to start clapping because this is over before it even started. Okay, not only has your Arcana determined, what you have to do, this is how it works. The missile hits normally 1 damage.
Yes.
You've doubled it to 2. You need to roll a d6. Yes. You can't use a hero point with this d6. But if you roll a 1 or a 2, that missile has actually destroyed the crown. You can choose the 2 numbers if you wish.
No, I'll stick with 1 or 2.
Here we go.
With 1 or 2.
Here we go.
Yeah! I'm wasting my luck. It's just going to affect me on the weekend. That's all right.
Wow.
I should get a hero point for that.
Oh my god. Okay. As it hits the crown, I'll do the creature's turn. It looks up, sees the crown sort of dissipate into like black flares.
We just got here.
Scoot the Raven Well, actually, I should have put Scoot in the turn order as well. Just roll for Scoot. Roll turn order for Scoot.
Yep, this will be Scooty.
Yeah, okay.
15, so he's
That's
definitely
right. Yeah,
last.
he's definitely in. Scoot says, "Spectacular, Tommy! Woohoo!" So like does a spin. He just cannot believe. I forgot to tell you about that red fiend. He sort of says.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Scoot.
But I never had lost any faith in you. He's just like ecstatic that you've actually done this. Okay, so as the crown gets destroyed, you see that the creature sort of looks up. No, impossible. You were to serve me. He sort of points down, but as he does, you see he starts staggering, and bits of his being, which was normally flame, that flame gets extinguished straight away, and his red leathery skin, you see, starts cracking into like black, hard, sort of like, you know, when lava becomes solid.
Oh,
And
yes.
like first his arm goes hard, and then no, you see his arm just fall and shatter, and slowly as he walks down the stairs, piece by piece, he starts disintegrating. He says, "Never! I was to rule this land. It was my destiny." And as he falls, he ends up in a pile of ash at the bottom of the stone staircase. Immediately as that happens, actually we'll do Frank, because the demon is basically eliminated with one hit. Didn't even get to see what it could do, but anyway, Frank, as you see this happen,
You really want to know.
you have, this is what's happening with you at the moment. You have those two spear wielding clone warriors still with their spears, one still, you know, oozing white ichor, and you see the third one that was the worker coming up and picking up the armor as if to take up the mantle of the fallen, but they don't get an action at this point. It's your turn.
All right. Now, fresh memory, I can split it between two opponents, but it's -1 for memory. Is that right? So it's one die.
Because you've engaged these clone warriors, you know that they are standard targets. They need one success. So you can take off one dice to hit one and then the other. Yep.
Right.
Two
So
attacks.
one dice hits both, or
One
I've got
dice
to
hits
roll
both.
individually?
Yep, one dice hits both.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right, let's
Very
do that.
effective against weaklings to cut through the swath. Jesus. No, that's fail.
Oh, no, that's failed.
Oh shit! Did we
Yep,
stuff up
I'm
your
sorry.
other rolls when we said?
Oh, no.
You
That's a
definitely hit
fail.
those
That's
other
a
ones?
failure. It definitely hit those other ones.
other ones are
Mine
might?
is different to might. Yeah, I thought I was celebrating because I thought, yes, I've done it. No, might is below,
Yeah.
not above.
But the first attack you did you succeed that?
Yeah, succeeded.
Oh, you did
yes.
a 6 and 1. Yeah, I remember that. Yep.
That's
okay.
right. It was only one success.
So with this, you try to take, unless you want to use a hero point.
No, I've only got one left. No.
Okay. You just, you know, bite off more than you can chew, as they say. And the clones seem like they would normally be able to defend these attacks, but unfortunately, with their master down, the flailing that would normally have missed cracks one of them right there. And the second one doesn't even move. It just sort of stands there as you hit that one as well. So the first one that already had some damage, you cleave. You can
Yes.
tell me how you want to finish that one off if you want. Give some
Just
description.
knock its head off.
Ooh, okay. It's already had like a large gash from the first hit, so there's not much holding its head. It was sort of like limping as it went down. You easily swing across, take that head off, and then the second one, how do you want to come down on that?
Oh, is it dead or?
It looks as though, you know, as you do cleave it, you realize all of the workers and that the one who was getting on, they start like shaking a bit, and you realize they actually start dissolving. So as your hit comes down, it, you know, just
Just
accelerates.
hit it, it's the chest armor, and it bounces back.
Yeah, as you do that, you
very
cut
round.
through the chest armor, and it takes a slice. You see the white ichor sort of spill out, but as it does, you realize already half it was on the ground, and immediately the clones and the clone workers all dissolve into pools of white ichor. The cavern is silent as Scoot scoots down. You're the heroes! You've done it! You've saved the Dark Wood from the Nemesis! Now, to the loot! and it quickly flies into one of the caverns. It goes into...
Oh, yes, okay.
Roll a d6. Oh, it's not its turn. Oh, yeah, it is its turn. Roll a d6, and it goes 1 to 2, 3 to 4, 5 or 6 to where it goes in.
You mean Scoot?
Yeah, Scoot. This is Scoot's turn because Scoot acted last. So all of the... So he goes in the alcove where the soldiers came out. Let's just see what's in there.
Well, there should be some rope and some 2 sets of provisions at least.
He's not interested in that.
No, of course he's not.
Okay. All right. He disappears in there, but he doesn't return.
Oh,
but all is
that's
quiet. The light fall of drizzle in the cavern. What do you want to do?
We're going to head up the stairs.
All right. As you go past the first tunnel, you can see if your torch is still lit. Roll a d6. 1 to 3, it's still lit.
Oh, even though we rolled it before?
Yeah, but it's been sitting there for a round.
Yeah, sure.
With drizzle
1 to 3, it's still lit.
Jesus, good quality torches. You might want to invest in them. Tommy picks it up, and you move to the first tunnel, and you can see it.
Just writing that down, mate. Sorry, everlasting torches opportunity for. Omar, yeah, okay. We need to find some sort of wizard that can make these.
There'd be a big market in that. Don't worry about that.
Definitely.
Yes, in this cavern, you notice there are some sets of armor, clone warrior armor, and spears, as well as your rope and your 2 provisions.
Okay. Oh, so hold on. Up the stairs, sorry, or you're talking where
just
Scoot
walking
is?
past here where Scoot is. Scoot's looking around, can't see any valuables and starts coming back out. But so as you get to the first tunnel, you keep on moving up to the second tunnel. Scoot comes out with you, but doesn't go into the second tunnel because sees the smoke sort of coming out of it. And you realize as you go in there, the smoke is still burning, but all you see are puddles of white ichor.
Yes.
And you also notice back in the forest of mushrooms, the corner of your eye, you see those white fallen clones. They start sprouting into like stalks. They're all sort of starting to grow. The pools of
That can't be good.
The pools of ichor in this second alcove, they are not returning. It's only the ones that are in the fields. And in this second one, where you see there's like a, is it called a smelter? Like a furnace?
Yep.
Yep, you see there's a furnace burning and that's where the smoke is coming from. And on the ground, what catches your eye is this symbol. I'll put it in encounter 1.
Yep.
And then I'll describe what it is. So this is all that's in this alcove. So basically there's a metalwork blacksmithing area.
Right.
But there's sacks and there's
what? Sorry,
there's sacks, like sacks that are loose, but
Yep.
they're all empty. Looks like whatever's being used has been tipped into the furnace, and you can see there's the channels where whatever they're melting, pour in, and it goes to a work table where you see they're making pieces of sort of like plates, and they're carving runes into the plate. Well, they're not doing anything now, but there's runes carved. There's materials to carve runes, and they're slowly manufacturing this circle with this pentagram. But all it is at the moment is like a chalk diagram of what has to go where. You can roll a d6. The higher you roll, the closer it is to completion.
That's a d6.
Oh shit.
Oh, very near.
Okay, yeah, you see that it's more than, well, a 6 indicates that it's more than half done. So imagine that half of it is fully plated with these plates. The other half is the chalk and the marks. So he was halfway into whatever was happening.
When you say he, we don't know
looks like the demon was
Fire demon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fire demon was doing some sort of
We're
shenanigans.
going to use Arcana. Tommy will use his Arcana skill to see if he can determine what this was. It looks like some sort of, I don't know, summoning spell, maybe?
Yeah, he can take his time if he wants to get an extra dice, but like study it. So while Tommy's studying that, scoots in and starts rummaging through the plates that are on the work table and through the sacks to see if there's anything he can take, but doesn't seem to be anything that he can take. What does Frank do?
Now, refresh my memory. The smelter is above that area where all the mushrooms were that are growing.
Yeah, so if you can imagine, the base level is the harvest with the mushrooms, the red mushrooms, and now these white sprouts that are clearly from the fallen clones. So that's on the ground level. That's the harvest area. And then there's a staircase, and the staircase has 3 levels. The bottom level looks like the clone warriors were staying in there. The second level is the smelter that you're in, and the third is where the demon came out of. You haven't gone in there yet.
Right. So the second level, is there maybe a way to, I'm assuming there's like coals or something in the smelter, some sort of, we're able to, is there a way to tip those coals onto where all the mushrooms are growing?
Ooh, that's like a tinker. It's a mind check. So who's going to investigate it? I mean, Tommy's investigating the
other thing. So Frank will do it, but he's got detect.
What do you want to do? I mean, do you want to use how would you use detect to see what?
I'm looking for if there's like some sort of not drip tray, sort of tray or chute enables us to be able to tip out what's inside the.
Make a roll for detect.
Yep.
He does that
so
first.
2 dice.
Yep, 2 dice.
1 success.
1 success. And before I tell you whether you get a hero point, because he's proficiency 3, roll a d6. The lower you roll, the more likely there is some mechanism that you can remove stuff. If you roll a 6, then there's no chance. Yeah, so okay, there is a way that he can fill. There's no way to just pour it, like bring a chute or be able to tip it on, but he could transfer it by picking up. What's your end result you're trying to do?
Tip basically the coals into where all the mushrooms are and burn them.
Yeah, you see there's a trolley. So it'd take a while, but he could slowly take out all the embers and tip them over the edge. Having said that, the ground floor is like a far area, so even if he empties his entire contents of this furnace, you're not going to be able to spread it. Your only hope is that it catches fire and basically lights up.
We'll start with that first.
Yeah,
we'll start with that first.
Okay, so Frank, having succeeded detect, he can start grabbing out the coals and filling up the trolley. And now Tommy can make his roll. And while he's doing that, because that takes a round, the white stalks don't form into more clones, they form into mushrooms. You see the top opens, but whereas all the harvest is like red mushrooms, these stalks are white and just have red dots. So you see there's 21. I think there was 21 when you rolled.
First. What was that, sorry?
Was there 21 of those workers? I remember you had to make a roll to see how many workers there were. I'm pretty sure it was 21. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll say it's 21. Oh, there's 21 plus the 3 soldiers, so there's 24.
Yeah. What was 24?
Yeah. And you can roll. So in the trolley, a trolley. Okay, roll. I'll just see how big this trolley is. You can roll 1 to 3. It holds. Actually, roll d6. The higher you roll, the bigger the trolley. So the less trips he has to do. Oh, okay. It holds 24 pieces. So you can actually take 24 soldering pieces and then take them and plant them on each of them if your intent is to actually...
That is their intent.
Yeah,
yes.
Okay. All right, so he's doing that. He's going to basically... He can, per round, he can put in 6 of the coals.
Yep.
Scoot leaves and flies up to the top one, and now you can do Tommy's roll for the Arcana on the pentagram.
Beautiful.
With 3 dice.
2D. Oh, hold on, I just rolled 2. Sorry. So I just rolled 1 more.
No, you got 2 successes with that anyway. You get a hero point.
I get a hero point.
Yep.
Oh, did I get a hero
Oh,
point for the
you
other
did.
one?
Yes,
I
you
did.
did. Yep.
Hold on. Let's make those adjustments.
Okay, you know straight away from two two successes, this is a
Yes.
gateway. When fully completed, it'll open a gateway to the netherworld. Whether something can come
Right.
through, you're not sure, or whether he wants to go back, which is also possible.
All right. So would I know how to destroy it?
As long as that, yeah, as long as you can come up with something if you want. I mean,
Basically, yeah,
unless
just
someone can complete those plates that was halfway done, and so it'd have to be another, student of, the the abyss and that
dark
sort of
heart.
stuff. But how would you want
Sure.
to destroy it?
I don't want to use any of the holes that are already being used. They're already being used to destroy everything else.
Yeah, the furnace is pretty much gone out as he starts taking these out now.
Yeah. So is there any way I can like scratch them to? Probably not really.
They're made of solid metal. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no value. You don't see any
What I will
value in
do
them,
is
but
then I could possibly.
like pieces of a puzzle.
You said there was a drawing or a diagram already in place.
Oh yeah, sorry, it has got like a chalk. It's done a chalk diagram of all the pieces and the runes that have to be copied.
So I'll sweep away the remnants of it.
Oh yeah,
Because
so
it was over
50%
half
of
done.
it. Yep, that's okay. Yep. You just
The
you're
other
basically
plates,
destroying the key or the guide to the puzzle when doing that. So no one will be able to replicate those.
Okay. The other plates. How many plates are there that I could potentially carry?
We'll say that if they're it's half completed. We'll say there's 24 plates and it needed 48.
Right. And how many plates,
6 plates is one
considered
slot.
to be one? How many plates?
6 plates, 1 slot.
Okay, so I will carry 12 plates.
So another
That
half.
covers
So
up
you
to-
leave 25% of the.
Yep.
Okay. All right. You start collecting the plates. Scoot flies back and says, "Nothing up there apart from furniture made of mushroom.
No, couldn't find any treasure.
No coin. No coin. I need coin.
So nothing.
I couldn't
We
find
can sell
anything.
stuff for coin.
Well, unless there's a market for mushroom furniture."
It just might be.
As that is occurring, those mushrooms no longer grow. They basically stay as they are.
Right.
You do know, and like eventually, you've completed the adventure, so you've done that.
Oh.
Just to summarize, when you go up and you eventually do look at the demon's quarters, Scoot is telling the truth. Essentially, there is furniture, but it's all made of like a mushroom compound, so it's been fashioned.
Rightio.
There's like a throne, which is just basically made of mushroom, and there's also a lot of that red mushroom has been cut into different types of sizes and shapes, representing food, different types of food, etc.
Sure.
But you've collected the plates, and you were told that this red, like you've destroyed all of the, like you put 1 coal on each of the clones, so they've just all melted.
Yes.
And then obviously the coals just dissipate and fizz out. But you've been told the harvest itself was what effectively addicted the gremlins, and Omar wanted you to neutralize. So how are you going to stop anything else or these things being used?
I thought that's what we were doing might have done it, but obviously not.
I thought you were getting rid of the white mushrooms that were growing.
Yeah, oh, sorry. Okay, yeah. Well, I was trying to start a fire down there, but obviously.
Oh, okay.
Not.
Sorry. Yeah, no, there is a chance. Yeah.
Let's leave it at that. No,
You can,
that's
you
okay.
can do a tinker to try to like put any sort of
But I don't
flammers,
have that skill.
that's okay. You always have 1 dice, and you can do teamwork. So basically, you can combine because you got a lot of,
Well, yeah. Frankie has got teamwork as a skill.
Okay, so Frankie can advise Tommy. So how's Frankie going to help? But, well, basically, you tell me, how can you set fire to this mushroom crop that, and you've got coals, so the coals are still burning. Okay, we'll say that. How can you destroy this mushroom crop that is essentially, it's soaking wet, and you already know that it's, it'll be a hard success, but you know that there's, even from your torch, there was a 50% chance that it won't even take. There's only a 1 in 3, so you got that obstacle as well.
So how tall are the mushrooms? Are they tall?
They're all like well, they're as high as they're lower than Frankie, so they're not very tall.
Okay, sorry, I thought they were.
They're big, but they're not gigantic.
Yeah. What can we do to destroy these mushrooms? Is there are the mushrooms flammable? Oh, they are, obviously, because we're using iron coals to them.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Well, you burnt those ones, so yeah, you can definitely light them on fire. But if you choose that route, there's a 50% chance that they're too wet and it'll just get doused. So that.
I can't think of anything else that I can sort of really do. I don't really have any spells or anything. I can't see. I don't think I've got anything that would represent. They'd be able to cast some sort of large flame. The crown is disintegrated, is it not? It's like there's nothing left of the
ash.
He doesn't have any. He didn't have any weapons.
No, nothing that he was able to conjure before he was doomed. I mean, Scoot says we could just seal off the cavern, so none could ever enter.
Yeah, I think that might be the case. I can't see any way to be able to do this. Look, let's try and set everything alight. If it fails, then yeah, last resort is we close off the cavern.
Okay, no worries. So you're going to just like form a bonfire.
So I'm going to try to set these mushrooms on fire.
Yep. That means if you succeed, the flame will spread. Okay, so let's get some rolls happening. So just remember, after all the rolls, there's a 50% chance that they're going to be too wet.
None of it's going to work.
So do you want to do that roll first?
Yeah, why not?
All right, 1 to 3, they can light.
Okay.
No.
Well.
Maybe on a drier day when the rain stops, but it's all travelled down from the surface into the cavern, and you realise it's very wet underneath. So you exit, and there's 2 entrances, but you can. You move things like rocks and whatever to block the entrance, and all you can do is put brush over the large logs and that sort of thing over. Eventually you cover the surface, unless you can think of another way to cover it up.
Well, first thing I will do is scrape off the yellow symbol.
The marker.
On the tree.
Yes. Okay, good work. Yep. All right, you do that with ease. That was just with some sort of dye, so that's easier to take off.
Just trying to see if there's anything there that I can lift that's heavy. How does lifting stuff help? So work like it's like I'm thinking maybe of like being able to like cut down heavy branches that can then drop them and use my levitate spell to fly up higher up the tree to if I can break stuff and bring it down upon the entrance. Yeah,
you can. You don't have, like, you've got a one-handed axe, haven't you?
Yeah, it's only a one-handed axe.
You can chop small branches. There's definitely enough, like, foliage and that to cover the entrance and cover the pit, but not to
let's
fell
just keep
tree.
working on that.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, roll. Just give me a d6 for the weather, because you work long into the afternoon. Finding means to cover it. You want lower the better.
Ooh, it's a lovely day.
All right, it dries up. Given the dry weather, you're able to work without any impediment of weather, and you manage to cover everything. When you get back to Omor, and you tell him that,
Yes.
you know, that you've succeeded, he deduces by some of the powder that he has collected when, I don't know if he did tell you, but he had one of the gremlins staying with him. He tried to rehabilitate him.
Was he?
Yeah, he tried to
Yes.
rehabilitate him, but then he ended up leaving because he couldn't break the addiction. But he realizes that without light and without moisture, the harvest dies. When you tell him you've blocked off the cover, he said that he'll get some denizens to check on it so it's undisturbed until the mushrooms essentially die out. The demon was what kept them alive. It was able to telepathically communicate to them and give them instructions on how to forge the portal, and as well as how to harvest the mushroom, which is a delicacy in the netherworld. So Omar tells you that. Thanks you for once again returning the dark wood. He said it must have been a mighty battle, my friends.
It was a tale worthy to be told in taverns and clothing stores all around the lands.
Very well. Let me
Yeah.
let me pay you first for what was owed for completing the objective. So you each get 6 plus 2d6 gold pieces as payment for your being hired. So you can start with that.
12 GP each.
Oh, you want to be the same each, or do you want another 2d6 roll for the second
Oh,
one?
if you let me do, yeah, sure.
Yep, go.
So that's Tommy. So
Yep.
Tommy's got 12.
It's
Ooh, and
individual employment contracts. Yeah, in case.
Sure. Frankie's got 15.
So you can add those gold. Then you can make the roll to see if an artifact or goal was achieved for the party. So you choose a number between 1 and 6, and if you roll that number, you have obtained.
Just hold on. Just change that to 15. Okay, right. Okay, we're going to choose number 5.
Number 5
for how many
is
goals Bobby
alive.
Hill is going to kick this weekend.
Ooh,
I should have gone
there's
to
nothing else he has for you.
Gordon Gully.
Yeah, hopefully that is enough gold for you to start your business. All right, folks. Until next time, GMH signing out. And any last words, Taz?
Believe in Tommy Banana.
Yes, beware the Merchants Guild, for there is another. Once it starts flooding the market, what is this?
We'll see what happens. See what happens.
All right. See you later, guys.
Bye, mate. Yeah, man. All right.